want this to be in the middle, but it's gonna have to be. Long time. Hello. Just logging on to see. Hi, long time no see. I know it's been a while. I think since May. How are you and the kids? We're good. We're doing good. Hi, Mama. You just ate. These kids, once they're home, it's like non-stop. Water? Okay. I want to wait for a few more people to actually start like getting into what's been going on. Want more water? Okay. Come. Let me fix this. Come. Got a good nap. She just had like a 2-hour nap because even on the weekends, they want to wake up at 6 in the morning. Up. I'll go back and read as soon as I get her settled. Come here. Come. Oh my goodness, I can tell you're still not fully awake. Say hi. Oh. You're still not feeling good? She's huge. She's about to turn. How old are you gonna be? Show the camera. She's gonna be 3. When? What month? You don't want to talk right now? No. Okay.
My pink cup.
Your pink cup? I know I have to wash it. So I'll give you some in this, okay? There you go. Her birthday's on November 9th. Hello, Carmen. So good to see you. Hope all is well with you and your family. We've missed you. I've missed doing those lives too. They're pretty fun. I might get on later tonight. I always say I'm gonna get back on. I'll do this, I'll do that, but you know, there's always one thing or another. So, October 1st, we moved into this new apartment. We left our old one. It was just too small for us. Yeah. Okay. No. Yeah. No. Everything is why with her right now. Why? So we just moved into this apartment. Everything is we still have boxes on the side. I don't know if you can see one. There's still things like around. It's a bigger apartment. bigger space. It's actually a house this time. We were in a building before, and the parking situation in our area is just horrendous. I would spend like 2 hours looking for parking after work. Speaking about work, I also switched jobs. I'm with the same owner, different location, and now I'm teaching. I'm teaching pre-K 3. I love the change. My only issue now is that from this house, I live 5 minutes away or less from my old job. Now from here to the new location, I'm 40 minutes away, and it's a travel. I'm not used to traveling to work like that, but the good thing is that since it's the same owner, different school, I'm able to just keep my kids in the same school. They're not at my school, at my new school. They're at my previous one. So basically the people that take care of them are basically my best friends. So they watch them. I can text them whenever. They can text me whenever. Sometimes I have my best friend, like if I'm not making it back on time, she takes them home for like 20 minutes. Then I pick them up from her house. It definitely takes a village. And it's been a change. Like it all happened. We started looking in July. And I found this one on Zillow super quick. There were 3 options. We went to 3 houses. They all had the same layout, but we just like this one better. My only problem is that we're at the bottom of a hill, and I'm kind of nervous for winter time because pulling out of the driveway when it's icy outside, I'm a little scared. Don't know how that's gonna go. But there's that. I'm gonna have to deal with it. Hopefully it's not a bad winter. The perks, well, the Board of Education in that area is different than the one in this area. The teachers in my area start at 8:40, but they have to clock in at 8:05. And they're out by 2, they're dismissing the kids by 2:40. So they're out pretty early. In my district, we clock in at 8:15. We're a little later. Clock in at 8:15 and the kids are dismissed by 3 o'clock. So I'm not out of there until 3:15. So I'm leaving like half hour later, and then I also hit the traffic coming back, like 40 minutes. So it would have been ideal to just stay in this district, but my center already had all of the teachers designated to all the classrooms that were open, and in the other center they just opened last year. So she was needing, I applied for my license, my CE. She was needing teachers, and it was like basically a win-win for both of us. I wanted to start into teaching, and she needed teachers, so she was like, why don't you just move over? And I was like, all right, let's try it. And that's what we did. I applied for my CE in May, and I didn't get an answer until the last week of August. So up until the last week of August, I didn't know if this was going to happen or not. But it worked out, like basically a week before my contract started. That happened. Then I went to the controversial Super Bowl guy, Bad Bunny's concert in Puerto Rico. I loved it. I love Puerto Rico. I'm half Puerto Rican. I love going there. It always feels like such an amazing recharge every time I go. I love being at the beach. I love everything about it. I went with my boyfriend. My kids stayed with my mom and my best friend, and we were there for 4 days, which was nice. It was so hard in the beginning. It was our first time leaving them, and we were like sad puppies on the airplane. But it was amazing being at the beach in complete silence. Like, every time we go to the beach, we have 3. So every time we go to the beach, one wants to be climbing up on us, the other wants to be in the water, the other one doesn't. One wants to be under a palm tree, and then the other one is running off the, like, it's a lot with 3 kids to go to the beach. And everything you have to pack, and the sunscreen, and the bug spray, and this and that. It was nice to just lay down on our chair at the beach and, like, close your eyes and not think about anything. And we were there for 4 days. One day we went to the concert. It was amazing. We loved it. And then the other days we just chilled at the beach basically, and we went around town, ate food. Sorry if that's too loud. But yeah, so as soon as I came back from Puerto Rico, the very next day, the very next day I had my training for my new job, and I started a week later. And then by mid-September, we had put our down for this apartment. So I was so stressed in the beginning of September. I lost so much weight in the first 2 weeks because of stress. I was not eating. In my district, well, where my kids are, where we live, they use one curriculum, which I knew like the back of my hand because I worked at the school for 5 years. And in the other district, they worked with a different curriculum. I was nervous as hell. Good thing that I went into this building knowing like a few people, so they've been completely helpful with everything. One of them is like one of my best friends. Hi, Matt. I know it's been months and months since May. All I hear is these bugs running around. I'm sorry if this is too loud, but it needs to get done. It's 3 o'clock and I've already cooked twice. I'm on my way to cook for a 3rd time. So my friends made it easier. I always have people helping me. I'm learning. I feel much more confident now. The district that I'm in, I feel like also the parents are so different. Like, they're very much on top of it. Like, any little inconvenience, they run straight to the Board of Ed. Nothing, thank God, has happened in my class, but it's like the smallest things that can be fixed in the school. It's like, let's complain to the Board of Ed. Then all you need is like a meeting and it's a quick fix. But my parents have been amazing, so sweet, so supportive. They all know, like on the first day of school for the parent orientation, I did an about me. And I told them, I was like, I've worked with the owner of the building for over 5 years, but I was always an admin, and this is my first year teaching. And I told them, like, please be patient with me. They're my first class. it's completely different working in the office, of course, than being with the children. Like in the office, I had to make sure that lesson plans were made and teachers were following their schedules. And now I'm the one that's at the other end of it, making sure everything is done. So it's been quite a change. So it was like a lot. On top of that, Blake started kindergarten. He's been doing so good. He cried on his first day, but after that, he's been loving it. Give me just a sec. I don't know about y'all, but I'm ready for Christmas decorations. I have a few pumpkins here and there. I have more stuff here. My bathroom is decked out Halloween. But I want to take out my Christmas stuff. Blakely started kindergarten this year. She likes it. It was exciting getting on the bus. The first day, I'd be so nervous getting my kid on the bus. I dropped them off at my old job because I had to go in early. So I'm dropping them off by like 7:10 the latest because I have to drive 40 minutes out. I was mentioning that I started a new job, but it's with the same owner. So I know the people and not much has changed. It's just my location and my position. But I drop off the kids at 7:10 and then they're dropped off at their school by 8:30. I feel like if I had to drop them off at the bus, I would have been crying my eyes out the first day. So nervous. But kids are getting big. We still don't have couches. We still don't have a dining table. I haven't had the time to like really sit there and like look at things. And I know that Black Friday is coming soon, so I don't know if we should like wait for those deals, if any, because we know things are marked up. And then I did look at this couch that I really like. It was like $850 2 days ago, and I checked it this morning and it's $990. So I'm gonna wait for it to go back down so we can get it because it's too much. Okay. We live out in the country, so it's easier for her to ride the bus, but she loves it. It was so sad, to be honest. She was all happy and excited. Leia just keep passing by, back and forth. Is your new school in Jersey or New York City? It's in New Jersey. Veronica, are you the one that saw me at American Dream one time? Can't remember. Someone told me like they saw me looking for parking one time. I was like, oh my gosh. You know what's the craziest thing? So we started in the beginning of September, our school district, and by the mid, I think, September, I received 2 new children. One of them, I see the mom come, and I was like, I froze because she's this Instagrammer / YouTuber that I've been watching for over 10 years. Like, I saw her first relationship. I saw her break up with this guy. I saw her get into a new relationship, get married, have a kid. Like, it was so crazy. So when she's coming, she's giving me her child and she's like, hello, my name is so-and-so. And I was like, and I froze and I was like, wait, I know exactly who you are. And she looked at me and smiled. She already knew. As soon as I said that, I feel like she knew. She smiled and she was like, and I was like, I've been watching your videos forever. So it's pretty funny. Hi Carmen, it's been forever nice to see you again. It's nice to hear from you guys. No, I live in Seattle, but I love the New York City area. Has Brooklyn ever reached out to you? She always comes to mind. Always comes to mind. Sometimes when people comment, I look to see if it's her. But no, she never got back on. I kind of get it though, because people have moved on from YouTube unless you're like you already had like a huge fan base and all this money. Like people have moved on and they're more on TikTok and Instagram. Like even this girl that I'm telling you that I used to follow, she basically stopped doing videos and she's more on TikTok and posting on Instagram, and it's a lot different now. I have more dishes to wash. Not done yet.
What?
Nothing.
What?
Look. There goes the other one. Noah is so huge. Blakey. My house is always chaos. This is what it's like living with boys. It's insane.
No, I'm gonna go first.
Leave him alone. Go.
Okay,
Come here.
I'm gonna go first.
Leave him alone. Leave Noah alone.
So, I was gonna watch TV.
No.
Yeah.
Hey. This one is obsessed with what? What do you always like to listen to? Oh, get your feet off of that. What do you want to listen to? She gets all quiet and shy. Ma'am, what do you want to listen to? Do you want to listen to? No? What's that face? You don't want to listen to? No? Okay, bye. She's been obsessed with Demon Hunters. I don't know if any of your kids have been. But yeah. Yeah. I don't know if your guys' kids are, but as soon as she gets in the car, she's like, can you play Soda Pop? Can you play this? Can you play that? It's insane. I always feel like a kid is behind me. I'm always on YouTube. I never got into those other apps. I'm on Instagram. I have a TikTok, but I don't go on it as much as I go on Instagram.
Here, Mommy.
Thank you. Can you get me those plates?
The plate.
Yes.
Spoons and forks. No.
All of it, yeah.
What?
Did you ever get a diagnosis for your migraines? I heard works well for some people. I've never even heard of that. I didn't even want to pronounce it. I know I was going to butcher it. Thank you. The plates too.
Okay. I didn't do it.
No, I didn't. I kind of feel like now might be TMI for the guys.
There's a cat in the chair.
Oh no. Give me. Okay, grab the other one. Might be TMI, but I'm starting to notice that it's every time that time of the month is coming.
Here.
my migraines get really bad. Thank you. But that's pretty the only time that I notice. Or unless I'm like super stressed out. That's the other time. She is so big. She's so big. She's cute. Thank you. Does the new place have a yard for them? No, it doesn't. We're in a house, but we're on the second floor. And the yard, they don't have it so nice. They have like the owner. Guys, stop yelling. The owner doesn't live here, but this world is so tiny. So the realtor gave me the owner's phone number like day one, of course. And when I message her, she gives me her name and last name, and I'm like, Then she calls me, and I'm like, hold up, is your son so-and-so? She was like, yes. I was like, oh, your son went to my school. So it turns out the owner of this house had her kid in my school before. So she doesn't live here, but she has family that lives downstairs, and they just put stuff in the yard. There's a small backyard, but there's no grass. It's like concrete, and they're not out there like that. So I don't know. And we're on the second floor, like I said. Blakely dressed up as Rumi for the camping trip, trick-or-treating. That is so cute. I looked into that, but not early enough. And I asked the kids one day, I was like, what do you want to be for Halloween? And we were at Target. I was like, pick a costume. Usually I go all out. Like last year, I was the Evil Queen. Leia was Snow White. The year before, was it? Yeah, the year before, Leia was Princess Leia. And we were all stormtroopers. Dad was Darth Vader. Super cute. This year, with the move and all, I didn't have time to like sit there and get these elaborate costumes, because usually I get them in the beginning of September. That's when you usually find them, and they're a little cheaper actually. And I always buy them on the Disney site because they're just so well made, and I wanted to look cute. So this year we just didn't have time. Also, I don't know if it was a change of everything, like Blake going into school now and the move and my new job, but they were behaving terrible the first month. No, in September. They were behaving terrible. We were acting like it was Elf on the Shelf, like the elf is watching you, no Christmas presents, but instead we were like, it's almost Halloween, you will not go trick-or-treating. It was so bad. Like, it was constant fighting. Like, you can hear them, they're still doing it, but it was really bad. They've calmed down ever since. I really think it was all the changes going on. So one day in Target, I was like, what do you guys want to be for Halloween? Pick now or never. So Noah will be Harry Potter. Leia will be a butterfly. She picked her butterfly costume. Blake will be Jack Skellington. It fits. It fits for him. He loves Nightmare Before Christmas. So I think it'll be cute. But I looked at the Demon Hunter stuff for her birthday. Her birthday is the 9th. I looked last week and nothing will get here on time. I ordered her a shirt last week and it says it'll be here maybe by the 13th. It said first from November 3rd through the 13th. So I was like, let me take a chance and buy it. Now it says the 13th. Hopefully it gets here before, because her birthday is the 9th. So I don't know. Leia, stop playing with the lights. We also have to add bulbs to that. I think there's only one set up in that little chandelier. But yeah. Hi, darling. Hello. I didn't know you had a tattoo. I have quite a few. I have this one here, which is probably the one you saw. I was 18. No, I was still 17, almost 18 when I got this dumb one. I wish I can get rid of it. It says, let it be. I mean, it's been the motto of my life. Like, let it be. What else am I going to do about it? I have a rose here with the word strength. I have a lion on my hip. That's it. I do want more. I want like small ones. I want a palm tree because I'm all about the summer. I'm all about the beach. A small palm tree. I actually got this one with my best friend. I got the sun, she got the moon. Blakely loves Demon Hunters. My daughter is obsessed. As soon as we get into the car, can you play Soda Pop? Please play Soda Pop. Soda Pop. I'm like, okay. Are you still living in the place where you had the older creepy neighbor trying to pick up on you? Or did he move? That was 2 apartments ago. That was 2 apartments ago. I've been through a lot of changes. I moved out of there in the end of September of 2022. My mom actually took over that apartment, and then she's still there now. It was like perfect for her. Wish I could send you pictures so you could see her dressed up. So cute. Did you get everything on Amazon? And my girl is tiny, so every time I get her stuff, like costumes, never fit her. I always have to get smaller sizes. My issue, like if I go to Target, I can get her something that is a 2T. It'll fit her perfectly lengthwise, like pants. Pants are my problem. Lengthwise, perfect. 2T is what fits her. On her waist, they do not fit. It has to have a band no matter what. If it doesn't have a band, it will not fit. So if I go under 24 2T, they fit her high waters. Are you going to a Bad Bunny concert anytime soon? I went in August. Same here. I have the whole playlist in my truck that we always turn on. Yep. Are you still in Jersey? I am. I'm still in Jersey. I don't think I'm leaving anytime soon. Like I've always said, my job has been a blessing ever since like my whole breakup situation happened. So I had the big breakup in August, and end of August, September of 2020. And I lost my train of thought. These kids. I completely lost my train of thought. Where is it? Oh, my job. So I went through that breakup, and then by October I was already working at this place where I'm not making like a crazy amount of money. I'm a teacher. We got paid teacher salary. But it was that job was able to like help me become so independent, just grow so much. And not only because of the pay, but because of like the community that's within the center. I've made most of the coworkers there are my best friends. One of them is actually right here. She turned into a best friend, and she's always with my kids. She always wants to be with my kids. She's so involved. They call her aunt, and her sister's the same. She also works with me. They call them aunties. So it's been a blessing, and I want to stay in the area also because, like I said, I drop off the kids there and they drop them off for me. I go to work. I can text them whenever. They can text me whenever if anything happens. So I always have that backup. I have that community. They're still small. Like if I were to move out of state or even like away from this area, it would be later. At least Leia has to be at least like 8 years old or so. 5 to 8 years old. My boyfriend wants to move out whenever. He's happy here. We have a pretty decent sized kitchen. It's pretty big. He loves cooking, so he's so happy. Like I feel like we're all happier now in this space. The kids have a playroom. Like it's so much bigger. Oh, Ryan is not with us yet. He's with my boyfriend's brother, but we just want to get like adjusted before anything. Did I tell you guys that Davis passed away? The cat. I don't want to say it loud because the kids always come and like they hear her name, they're like Davis. But she passed away, and it was so sad. How's the new man been? He's been good. Like I said, ever since we all moved into this space, we feel like such a relief. Everybody's mood has changed completely, aside from the boys' constant fighting, but that's like a normal thing. But we're all in a better headspace, I feel like. It's been a good change for all of us. Yeah, off of Amazon. God always provides. Such a blessing. So happy you're stable with your family. Thank you, little kitten. Carmen, are you still with the new baby's father? You have 3 little ones now, don't you? Sorry, it's been a while. Yes, I have 3 kids now. We're still together. I feel like in the beginning, we butt heads a lot. I had my moments where I was like, do I want to do this? I can do this alone now. Like, I've gotten so comfortable with just thinking quick. Like, if anything were to ever happen, I would be fine. I don't think I would go through, I don't want to say depression, but I was so sad, so like devastated. It was a lot. I feel like I wouldn't feel that down. Of course it would be sad, and I don't want to put that out in the universe, knock on wood. But I've come to like realize that if anything were to happen, God forbid, I would be okay being by myself because now I'm independent, now I'm stronger, now I know where to turn, I know who to turn to. It's completely different. But like I said, in the beginning, we would butt heads a lot. He went from 0 kids to 3 real quick. And it's a lot. It's a lot for me. It's a lot for anybody. So he's grown a lot. Like, we have these conversations all the time. I'm like, do you remember when you were so hard on Noel? Now he's like such an amazing father. He's learned so much. He's grown so much. We've all grown so much together. And it's like so crazy watching him be a father to the boys and to Leia, because girls are just so delicate. She's a daddy's girl 1,000%. Like, she can give me all the attitude in the world. As soon as her dad walks in, she's like super sweet, and I'm like, this little girl was just rolling her eyes at me. Come. Ooh. But she's sweet, and he's completely smitten by her. He has more of like a tougher relationship with the boys because, especially with Blake, he's so rowdy. He wants to jump on you. He wants to, like, he gets home and she runs to him immediately. They do too, but of course she like pushes everybody out of the way to get through Daddy. She's hugging him, and then Blake will come and like tumble them down. That type of stuff, but he's really good with them. And I made it clear in the beginning. I was like, if this is not for you, and I had already had her, I would tell him, like, if you're not okay with this, if this is too much, like, let me know, and let's not waste time. But we've been really good, so I'm grateful for that.
Can I make mashed potato?
Okay. She's been really wanting mashed potatoes, but she doesn't eat mashed potatoes. Those are cookies.
Cookies?
Yeah.
It's garbage?
What?
It's garbage?
No, it's not garbage. There are cookies in there.
Oh. Like a pumpkin.
There is a pumpkin. When is your birthday? Yeah, you're gonna be 3, but when is your birthday?
November 9th.
November 9th. It's almost your birthday. Are you excited? Okay, let me
Is
see.
there cookie in there?
There are cookies in there. Oh. Careful. Okay. R.I.P. Kitty. Yeah, it was so hard on us. It was so hard, especially my boyfriend. He had her for 13 years. And you guys saw her on my live so many times, like all over me. She was, I would always say it, she was like a dog. Yeah, but I have to wash it. So leave it there, okay?
Okay.
She was like a dog. She was so sweet. She would always want us to pet her, and she would go like this to our face and our hands to like just pet her. Do you remember Davis? You miss her? Yeah, we all miss her.
My cat died.
Yeah. It's okay. She's doing better now, right? She's okay. She's in heaven.
Why?
Because she wasn't feeling too good.
Why?
She got sick.
Why?
So I started noticing that her eyes were turning yellow. Her mouth was turning yellow. She wasn't eating. Yes, but that's for later.
Later?
She wasn't eating.
Mashed potato.
Okay, in a little. She was super lethargic, barely drinking water, lost so much weight in like a week or 2. And by the time he took her to the vet, it was too late. And they were like, no, even if we like went in to check what was going on, this is definitely like a liver thing happening. But she was just old. Yes, that's Daddy. She was just old and too much going on, so they said there was no other choice at that point.
I'm making.
Yeah, my boyfriend would cry for days, and it's so crazy, but we would have moments. We would have moments where we thought we were hearing her meow, and we would like look at each other, or he would tell me, like the other day I walked into the kitchen and I could have sworn I heard her meowing, and I was like, oh my god, same. I thought I was going crazy. We just missed her so much. No, you didn't, but losing an animal with a child is hard. One of our cats passed, and she always asks about her. It's sad, and always have to tell her she's in heaven with the other animals.
My dinosaur.
That's your dinosaur? Do you want it?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna give it to you.
Then I paint it.
Yeah. Whoop! Yeah, especially for the boys. Oh my gosh. And the day that my boyfriend had to take her to the vet, we all knew already what was coming. So just by looking at her, we just knew. Because she was such a happy, chunky cat. We just knew it. So the day that he took her, he's putting her in her bag. And he was like, say bye, guys. And all of the kids were crying, giving her hugs. It was so sad. You hear that? She's like, appetite. That's another song. She's obsessed. Have you ever heard anything from the deadbeat? No. And this month I haven't received anything. So I don't know what's going on. The last time I received something was mid-September. So he's been on point. And it's not even him. It's the money being garnished. It's been on point. Like every week or every 2 weeks. It's random. Like I've mentioned before, how I don't understand how it works. I really don't understand how it works, because I can get something in the account, let's say this Friday, and then I won't receive something again in the next 2 weeks. And then I'll receive it the very next week, and then I'll receive it in the next 2 to 3 weeks. It's like up and down. So this has been pretty long. So I don't know what's happening. I hope he didn't switch jobs, because if he did, then I'm screwed. And I don't know how that works. Like, the only reason they're garnishing his wages is because I figured out where he was working, and I called him and I was like, hey, he's here. This is the address, this is the location of it. Here's his name, here's his social, here's everything. And by like 2 weeks later, they were garnishing his wages. So I don't know if he switches jobs, would I have to do my FBI work all over again? Or will they like automatically do it? I have no idea. And it's not even like, it's a lot. It's $100 a week per, not even per kid, for both boys. $100 a week, basically $50 per kid. And this economy is crazy. They eat that in berries in a week. In a pack of blueberries a day. A pack of blueberries a day is insane. But anybody with kids knows that $100 for 2 boys is insane in this economy. But it's something, and I don't know. I can't believe some kids are abruptly getting EBT benefits suspended. Yeah, I just read that this morning. That's pretty crazy and sad for people who... I know a lot of people don't like EBT and all of that, but hey, for someone in the beginning, before I even had a job, guess what I had to do? I had to apply for everything. And when I called one of my local agencies, they were like, you should have applied sooner, because it did take me like a whole month to decide and be like, this is what I had to do. Because in the beginning, he told me, I'm still going to help you with rent. I'm still helping you with groceries, this and that. But guess what? Then he disappeared and I was left high and dry. So, I had to apply for that stuff. And without it, I don't know how I was going to feed my kids. I really don't. Like, yes, I found the job quick. Thank God, but the first 2-3 months, it was rough, and I didn't know what I was going to do with 2 kids, and one of them was a newborn. Well, he wasn't a newborn, he was an infant, but... So, for those families who are really, really, really struggling, like I said, especially in this economy, it's sad and scary. I know so many families, like, believe me, I work in childcare and I see it all the time, how people take advantage of the system, but it's crazy.
Can I make mashed potatoes?
Okay, I'm gonna have to log out of this soon to make her something, even though she ate like 2 hours ago, but they never stop eating. Gotta love this idiot president we have.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, watch this.
Carmen, are they suspending free school lunches with this new beautiful bill? That I don't really know. I do know. So right before I left my other job, I don't ever like to say I left it because I just switched positions. So right before I switched positions, like the last month, my last month was August. So yeah, we received a letter at the school that the subsidy that parents get, which is like 90% of the students in schools, not just in that center, in all of the schools, especially in my area, in the tri-state area, they get a subsidy. So pre-K is free here in New Jersey for ages 3 and 4. Before that, let's say you have a 2-year-old, you could have applied for this program where it's called Urban League. It's all over New Jersey. So I mean, I'm not sure all over New Jersey, but it's in this area. You can apply for Urban League. I know it has different names in different states, but you apply for this program. If you qualify, you basically get free childcare. So you can bring your 2-year-old into our school from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. It gives parents enough time to get a job, to work, to go to school. This is why I said you have to qualify. When you apply, you can have a part-time job. So after that, after you get approved, you get reassessed every like 6 to 8 months. They always want pay stubs. They want letters from your employer, all of these qualifications. But if you're not working, you have to show your school schedule. You have to show your transcripts, a lot of other stuff. This little girl loves to play with the lights in this apartment.
Mashed potatoes.
Okay. She's like a broken record. So right before I switched positions, they sent us a letter that was going to be removed. Yes. Aside from that helping those parents.
Is that today? Right.
I don't know. That subsidy also helped parents with older children. So let's say I had it for Noah and Blake. I'd be able to have free childcare from 7 a.m. They go to school for free. Yeah. And then that would cover out also aftercare. So if I needed them in aftercare, like I don't make it on time at 2:45 to go pick them up. So they're in aftercare till 4 o'clock when I get there. Without that subsidy, you have to pay. So it's affecting a ton of families. I don't know, like enrollment in schools are super low unless you have pre-K 3 and 4 students and a mom or dad is there to drop them off at 8:40, pick them up at 2:40, which is for a lot of people that's not realistic because you need time to get to work, to leave work, to get to your kids, and from 8:40 to 2:40 is not like a full shift for a lot of people. So it's been rough for enrollment. I have noticed that, and a lot of parents are like, where do I apply? What do I apply for? And the prices are insane. For Leia, it's $1,500 a month. For an infant, it's $1,700 a month. Like, how do people